Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 9 o'clock webinar, and it is a huge pleasure to be here. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Deedra Mason, and I am the Director of Clinical Education, as well as the Director for Nutrimetrics, the professional division of Market America. And this just happens to be one of my favorite topics because when we talk about cellular health and cellular well-being, we have to talk about the way cells communicate, and they use antioxidants to do it. They're going to use antioxidants to connect the dots. And that's ultimately what I want to talk about today, is how we connect the dots with antioxidants, with vitamins, and with minerals. That's the goal of making cellular connections. You've often heard that you need to choose your food based on color. And really what we're telling you in a very simple way is that you need to choose your food based on its antioxidant and mineral density. When we think about healthy aging, healthy sexual function, healthy cardiovascular function, even energy and endocrine function, what we're really talking about are antioxidants and the connections they make for you. To put it all into perspective, perhaps we should start at the beginning, right? What is a free radical? A free radical is just simply an atom or a group. There's nothing simple about what I just said, right? Especially when I start to color it with, they become unstable with the loss of an electron. Let's make it a little more simple than that. Electrons are normally present in pairs. And really what we're talking about is the way energy or nutrients or cells connect with each other. And they do it through bonds and what are referred to as electrons. And when they are alone, they seek out a pair. They're unstable on their own. And we start to see, unfortunately, the easiest way for your cells to become stable again and protect themselves from the outside world is to steal an electron from a neighboring molecule. And that just leads to a domino effect. While one cell tries to protect itself, it puts another at risk, unless you eat a diet rich in color. You sleep well so that you can repair well, that you identify food triggers as well as occupational or environmental triggers that may be putting you in harm's way and causing this cascade to overwhelm you. When the body becomes overwhelmed with free radicals, the body's ability to regulate them, we often refer to this as neutralize them, leads to oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is intimately linked to cardiovascular decline, premature aging, a loss of energy, and a loss of cellular function or vitality. And so we're looking to stop the cascade, inhibit the cascade. And the very best way to do that is with minerals and antioxidants. If we fail to neutralize them, not only do we start to see some of the cosmetic issues with oxidative stress, we start to see many of the endocrine and cellular issues. We may see increased lipids. And that's something that is within your control if you eat a diet based on color or supplement towards your better cardiovascular health. We start to see a decline in amino acid structure, structural proteins, and even the way enzymes help us create hormones, which means an individual that is not eating for their networked well-being will not have enough energy or healthy hormone balance for sexual function, for mental, emotional function, and a better night's sleep. All of this can trigger that same domino cascade that leads to human disease. Now, it's important for you to understand that not all free radicals are bad. In fact, they're part of the building up and breaking down of metabolism. Those same levels of hormones, those same enzyme drivers that help you detoxify or help with cell-to-cell communication are also themselves creating a lot of free radicals. The point is being able to create them, but also quench them. And while your body has internal systems to make sure that this happens, your body did not know it was going to be living in such a polluted world. It had no idea that it was going to have to overcome oxidative stress that comes from UV, pollution, new to nature molecules that are found in your food, your water, and your air every day. The inability to eliminate these toxins doesn't just slow down your metabolism, it slows down your ability to protect yourself from cardiovascular decline or endocrine dysfunction. It doesn't just steal your energy, it's literally stealing the health from your cells, and it's doing it right underneath your nose. We need to make sure that we pay attention to these outside toxicities. If we don't introduce some counterbalance through, first and foremost, a healthy diet. Second, stress management and sleep hygiene. Third, supplementation that's appropriate to your gender, your age, and your activity level. Because oxidative stress leads to hormonal and metabolic disruption. Ultimately, this leads to immune decline, a lack of healthy blood sugar metabolism, or vital energy. Oxidative stress can absolutely lead to an imbalance in the body's way it protects itself from free radicals that may otherwise cause harm. Our bodies are designed to eliminate the impurities, but in the world that we live in today, they're simply overwhelmed with these impurities. That is our 21st century problem. Another problem that we have is that the messages out there are quite confusing. There's the myth of antioxidants, and this was actually published and really set the nutritional world as well as the anti-aging world on its ear, because it asked the question, is there a myth behind antioxidants? Maybe this whole idea of oxidative damage causing aging that can be arrested by vitamins and minerals is wrong. Now, I want to put some framework around this, and I want to contextualize it for you. The actual name of the original article is the free radical theory of aging dead? And the whole theory, or the whole article, talked more about, are there other areas of health that we need to be paying attention to besides cofactors, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals? Is there a genetic component to aging where we can influence that genetic component in a different way other than based on these cellular connections through antioxidants and minerals? The paper did look at studies that showed that some antioxidants cause harm, and that's ultimately where the patient, the client, the customer, and the physician got worried. They had to ask themselves the question, am I doing more harm than good? So we should contextualize all of this. By and large, there are thousands of studies with hundreds of researchers showing that antioxidants are still a prudent, if not an essential way to help manage many of our age-related complaints, especially in the toxic world that we live in. Specifically, studies that were chosen for this 2013 article that really set people aside was a look at synthetic vitamins and minerals. And so I think everyone on the call would agree that when you eat a diet rich in color and you choose your food based on nature and consume foods in their natural form, we are still putting the right foot in front of the left and protecting ourselves. So these studies that they looked at contradicted the benefits of antioxidants simply because they were using synthetic vitamins that are prone to poor metabolism, if any metabolism in the body. So first and foremost, if you want your antioxidants to do the heavy lifting for you, you'll make sure you choose antioxidants that are found in nature, not in a laboratory. Studies with negative outcomes often use super physiologic amounts, mega doses, to create a cellular environment that doesn't exist in nature today, even with all of the oxidative stress that we're dealing with. These, again, were high super physiologic amounts of vitamin E and beta carotene. They were, in addition to that, synthetics. So one of the things I want us to pay attention to is the studies with negative conclusions didn't look at plant-derived or natural-derived antioxidants, including very simple things like vitamin C or flavonoids. Studies also did not consider the action of disease process or chronic illness, such as inflammatory mechanisms, poor detoxification pathways, and gene expression. And that's why I said they misnamed this to capture an audience when they said, is there a myth behind antioxidants and are they doing more harm than good? When really, the question that was asked by the researchers was this one: are there other mechanisms that we should be paying attention to besides diet, like inflammation, detoxification pathways, and gene expression, that would put some more light on why we age the way we age and why some people age in a different way? What the article did not do is tell you that you should not be choosing supplements from nature or eat a healthy diet. The authors did not state, nor should the reader or the journalist come away with the notion that vitamins from natural food products and their components, including those found in supplementation, should be labeled as overrated or killers. That was an actual rebuttal to the study in 2013. The studies mentioned in the article, as I said multiple times, made use of unnatural antioxidants as well as super physiologic amounts of those antioxidants, which of course, when we think about chemical constituents, unnatural constituents, we would expect those to cause harm, especially if they're in an appreciable amount. Meaning, what's on front of the label needs to, may sound very special, but we should also look on what's on the back of our labels to make sure that we're not taking supplements that have a bunch of fillers and binders or new to nature molecules in them themselves. When you look behind the curtain, what I want you to know is that studies designed to find drug-like outcomes with dietary supplements have just simply confirmed one thing: supplements aren't medications. They're not drugs. Evidence of absence, however, is not absence of evidence. There are libraries full of articles on natural supplements, natural components, and their play in healthy aging, health, mental well-being, and your energy. So how do you know if you need antioxidant support to manage or give you optimal health and energy? Well, you have to ask yourself a few questions. You need to take what I like to refer to as a personal inventory. Do you eat processed foods? Then you need to have a higher commitment to antioxidant supplementation. Do you drink alcohol or smoke? Then you need to have a higher commitment to supplementation. Exposure to chemicals, new to nature molecules, either at home or in work. Do you get enough sleep? Do you experience a large amount of stress? Are you complaining that you don't have enough energy to get through the day, or you just simply want to feel better? Then you may want to have a higher commitment to supplementation. The one caveat I have for that as a physician is you want to make sure that your higher commitment to supplementation comes paired with a healthy night's sleep, management of your stress, finding ways to work with the way you react to the world, as well as making sure that you choose your food based on color. And I've got some tips for you today to do just that. No specific constituent of diet is solely responsible for the emergence of chronic disease, but the overall quality of diet, including supplementation, well, that, my friends, is paramount to its prevention. So if you eat the rainbow, right? If you eat a rainbow of colors, why are you not supplementing the same way? To get the best coverage from both diet and supplementation, people often will combine multiple antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals from supplementation to fill in gaps where their diet falls short, to offset or allow for more space for unhealthy eating habits, dietary or sleep habits, exercise, or lifestyle habits. Now, this is not to say that you can continue to get your food out of a window and just take supplements to offset the ill effects of that. We all have to take responsibility for our health. But as you move the needle in the right direction towards choosing better food choices, managing your stress, getting a good night's sleep, and picking up heavy things and putting them back down again, I want you to consider supplementation. Knowing today that foods are not grown to be nutritious, they are grown to be quite large, which means they are grown to be quite carbohydrate dense, but not micronutrient dense. These are other reasons for you to consider, even if you have a commitment to a healthy diet, for you to also add a regimen of supplementation. The other thing I would like you to consider is that free radicals are very tissue specific. So you need to have a diversity of color in your diet and a diversity of antioxidants in your supplement cabinet. The purpose of this is to cover all of the areas necessary. I want you to consider an antioxidant that is an intra. That means inside the cell antioxidant. I want you to consider one that works outside the cell, and that is to protect you from outside pollutants or free radical damage that comes from our outside world, not just our metabolism. And I want you to think of an antioxidant that can do both, work inside as well as outside the cell, or help internal and external antioxidants communicate with each other. So that starts with minerals. Wait, what? I thought we were talking about antioxidants. Why do I want to talk about minerals? Because what really does the heavy lifting in detoxification and clearing out everything that we find new to nature that makes its way into our metabolism really comes down to minerals. Zinc, manganese, calcium, magnesium, iron, these do the heavy lifting in making sure that you get the junk out and that you can neutralize free radicals. More than vitamins and minerals, that we consider the colorful part of the fruits and vegetables, they also have phytochemical compounds that are difficult to get in concentration, making supplementation with a mineral option a prudent option for you. One of the things that we know about the concert or the symphony, right, or the combination of vitamins and minerals together is that they are the ones connecting the dots and doing the cell-to-cell communication. We want to start with a healthy terrain. As I often say, the issue is the tissue, and you need to make sure that you're able to clear out and detoxify that tissue. And minerals, well, they're the ones doing the heavy lifting in detoxification and the communication in antioxidant pathways. So your first step towards better antioxidant protection is to make sure that you have a good mineral on board. Now, many people will find this with just simply a multivitamin, multi-mineral. And as we age, or if we eat a non-plant-based diet, or if we're not getting a lot of plant-based foods in our diet, we're going to want to consider adding on an additional mineral option. Now, I've got my favorite detoxifier, my favorite heavy lifter, and my favorite skin clarifier, and that is Timeless Prescription Oxygen Extreme. This is a powerful antioxidant that quenches 7 different types of free radicals. Remember what I said, antioxidants need to be focused on very specific tissues. So when we think about covering our bases, we may want to think about one that can neutralize free radicals, that can prevent the absorption of those free radical end products. Ultimately, what ends up happening in detoxification is we have to neutralize them and we have to eliminate them. Well, there is that period of time between neutralizing them and eliminating them where we can reabsorb them. So we want to make sure that we've got a formula that protects us from absorbing the end products, the friable end products of neutralized free radicals. The other thing that we need to make sure that we've got is someone that comes in and cleans up after the party. Timeless Prescription Oxygen Extreme is built off of a powerful botanical called silymarin. You might also know it as milk thistle. It uses beta-carotene, ginkgo biloba for better blood flow. Now, that's not just better blood flow for detoxification. That's better blood flow to the brain and to the skin. It uses green tea extract. One of the things that makes this product very powerful and bioavailable is the benefits of the ECGC. In addition to that, this product focuses on a very powerful ingredient. In addition to vitamin C, it uses selenium. And selenium is a major detoxifier. In fact, there's an antioxidant in your body, an intracellular antioxidant that you don't take, you make, and it's called glutathione. And one of the ways that we are able to not just generate glutathione, but actually reduce and gain access to glutathione is with the help of selenium. It is a major cofactor for the healthy production as well as reduction of an oxidized glutathione. It regenerates or recycles glutathione. Ultimately, selenium is unique in that it quenches a very harmful free radical called a hydroxyl free radical. So one of the things I want you to pay attention to is getting that base in there with what? A healthy diet, stress management, a better way to get a good night's sleep, and find a way to exercise, and then supplement to meet those metabolic needs. That means we start with a multivitamin, multimineral. You can start with a mineral if you're really interested in the detoxification pathways. Your next step is to use a very comprehensive antioxidant. My favorite is Timeless Prescription Oxygen Extreme. For this reason, it allows the body to quench a very difficult free radical, hydroxyl free radical, and ultimately liberate glutathione, the master antioxidant, the antioxidant that every other antioxidant wishes it was. This is glutathione, the way we sweep out the debris, we clean up after the party. Glutathione reserves are necessary for healthy brain function, healthy metabolic function, healthy endocrine function, and ultimately your energy. In addition to that, selenium plays a very large role in an aging population to support a healthy thyroid. Now, I'm going to bring in my paratroopers. And I know what you guys are thinking right now. You're like, where is she at? She's got minerals, right? Now she's got this skin health antioxidant formula. And now she wants to talk to me about my gut. Yeah, you need to have the right foundation. And I think one of the things that you guys don't know when we think about choosing the most comprehensive products for our supplement needs is the benefits of Ultimate Aloe to support your antioxidant cascades. Aloe naturally, especially when processed the way the Ultimate Aloe is processed, in a temperature-controlled environment with no solvents, no additives, we get to hold on to not just all of the benefits of the aloe polysaccharides called beta-glucans, which are brilliant to supporting a healthy gut barrier, which is so important to protect yourself from free radical damage, from inflammation concerns as we age, or those that are related to poor dietary choices. In fact, because no solvents are used in the processing of this plant, because it is hand-picked and it is carefully handled, we get to hold on to all the vitamins, all the minerals, and you guessed it, all of the antioxidants. That whole leaf approach gives us all of the antioxidants. And those antioxidants can create a healthy burst of energy. And that energy comes in the form of protecting the gut and then ultimately recycling other antioxidants that need its help. The road to health is paved with good intestines. And so we're going to start with that foundation of minerals. We're going to start with a foundation of a comprehensive free radical scavenger like Oxygen Extreme. And we're going to make sure that we protect the gut, right? We're going to hit all of those tissues so that we have full coverage, full support. And now we're going to bring in the very specific antioxidants. Why is this important? Because you need to have the right foundation, the capacity to detoxify, to really get the benefits from other antioxidants that go from the convenient and complementary, which is what we've talked about. How do you complement your antioxidant choices and move to the specific and the precise? And that's what we're going to do, right? As we look at the benefits of antioxidants, we look at the benefits of our supplementation, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you about the quality of the products, right? So when you look at aloe, many of you might say, can't I just go down the street and get any old aloe for less money? You can go down the street and get another aloe for less money, but it will not have the same robust activity of Ultimate Aloe simply because of the way this one is handled, simply because of the way it is process, we make sure to hold on to those antioxidants, those vitamins and minerals. It's for this reason that our Ultimate Aloe is able to hold this seal from International Aloe Science Council because it is specifically handled in a way to reserve and preserve those vitamins, those minerals, those antioxidants, and those heavy weighted beta glucans that are so good for creating a healthy gut barrier, supporting healthy metabolism and an energy substrate so that you can get through your day with more of what you need, right? Now, let's talk about specific support. You need to, in your diet, if we're going to talk about diet, get 3 yellows and oranges, 3 blues and purples, 3 greens, 3 reds. I want you to look at your antioxidants the same way. Don't freak out. I'm not telling you that you need to get 3 antioxidants, or in this case, 12 antioxidants. I'm letting you know that you need to get a diversity of colors in your antioxidants. Let's start with the yellows and the oranges with vitamin C. Vitamin C is a cofactor for metabolism. So what you can see here is that we're just building up that health brigade for you, right? We started with the basics, the minerals. We got into a comprehensive detoxification antioxidant so that your detoxification pathways would be on point, and that was going to make it possible for you to pay attention or for a specific antioxidant to do what it needs to do for you. Then we moved into, we've got to support the gut, right? If you don't have enough of the energy substrate to move you forward, if you don't have enough of what it takes to get you through to the end of the day, and a healthy gut is where it all starts, then what are we going to do with vitamin C, right? We're going to use up all of our vitamin C in the belly, in the gut, to protect us there if we haven't built, you named it, the right foundation. Now vitamin C can help us with cell-to-cell communication. Now vitamin C can use its superpower to help recycle other antioxidants and communicate on either side of a cell membrane. Remember I said you need an antioxidant that can talk to water-soluble and fat-soluble on one side of the cell and inside the cell. Vitamin C is that workout buddy. Vitamin C is a major player also in folic acid metabolism and utilization, the benefits of amino acids to become neurotransmitters and hormones. This is a powerful play, right, when we look at vitamin C. So while you know of vitamin C as this thing that we do and to support immune function, I want you now to appreciate it as something that we do to support cellular function, cardiovascular function, and cell-to-cell communication. The thing that makes it possible to do it is its very unique space or its very unique location in the cell membrane. It sits right outside of the cell membrane and allows for communication with things that take place inside the cell, like utilizing and recycling beta carotene, utilizing and recycling its favorite workout buddy, which is vitamin E, revitalizing other antioxidants that vitamin E and beta carotene touch. So these are all ways that we can help communicate from a basic level as we start to get more and more specific as we talk about antioxidants. The one thing I want you to remember about vitamins and minerals, including B vitamins and even omega-3 fatty acids, like we should bring in the whole family here, right? Is this idea of essential. Essential doesn't mean kind of important. It means necessary for life. And when we think about biochemistry and nutrition, it means your body cannot make it. If your body can't make it, you need to take it. And vitamin C, as powerful as it is very fragile to heat as well as to oxidative stress, which means it's looking to hand off its electrons to more powerful free radical scavengers right away. We need it there to help with that cell fluidity and to pass off its electrons, but we also need to make sure that we are taking a better form of it, a basic form of it, like we do with the vitamin C ascorbate in the isotonic vitamin C. So we are able to buffer that product so that we don't just get a more stable vitamin C, right? We get a longer acting vitamin C, but we also get one that is very gentle on your stomach. Speaking of yellows and oranges, we cannot miss talking about my favorite antioxidant, which is curcumin. You might also know this as turmeric. Turmeric is one of the more powerful antioxidants for cellular health, for joint health, for gastrointestinal health, and overall aging and well-being. What really makes Curcumin Extreme so different and why it needs to be a part of your daily regimen is because this is not simple. This is not a simple curcumin. Most of the curcumins that are on the market are just that. They are one curcuminoid. This, on the other hand, is a whole root curcumin. So this has curcumin as an antioxidant, and then it has a more complex curcuminoid known as dimethoxycurcumin, and one that gets even more complex and therefore has more free radical scavengers and is a more powerful antioxidant. This one referred to as bis-dimethoxycurcumin. In addition to that, because just like the aloe, no solvents or chemicals are used to process the curcumin product or the Curcumin Extreme product, this whole root solution also has all of the beta and alpha humarones, the essential oils that are naturally a part of this plant. So when we think about the benefits of nature, you do not get more natural than curcumin because it is 100% pure extract of turmeric, standardized to make sure that we get all the curcuminoids, the dimethoxycurcumin, the bis-dimethoxycurcumin, as well as those essential oils that assist in its bioavailability. One of the huge benefits to curcumin is female and male aging or female and male health as they age. It promotes normal cell cycling, promotes normal liver detoxification, and just like that selenium is beneficial in creating glutathione. So we want to make sure that we are constantly toggling back and forth with these very, very powerful antioxidants. Curcumin is so unique on the market because it doesn't use solvents to get to that whole root curcumin, right? It is in fact the benefits of the way it is handled and the fact that the farm in India is a solar-based farm. The fact that we've got a green footprint with the manufacturer for this product makes this one that really speaks to the heart of where we're at in traceability and in transparency in labeling and products today. 100% natural turmeric extract. It is clinically studied to support its needs or to support its mechanisms. And that's one of the very powerful things you see when you look at our products, is that we're always able to point to these clinically evidenced ingredients like curcumin in over 60 scientific studies, the active aloe in the ultimate aloe. The fact that we're able to continue to point to these ingredients is really put on stage when we talk to you about our flagship product, Isotonic OPC3, your comprehensive antioxidant support. When we think about the skin health, when we think about detoxification, when we think about that cell-to-cell communication from vitamin C, you can see we're going from simple to complex, and we've got a doozy here in OPC3. This is one of the most complex antioxidants because it uses the clinically trademarked pycnogenol, grapeseed extract for healthy detoxification, and pairing with pycnogenol, both oligomeric proanthocyanidins. Red wine extract, specifically taken from the skins of red wine grapes, where these polyphenols are their most concentrated, they're most complex, and therefore they're most powerful. Bilberry extract, one of my favorite antioxidants. It's also in Oxygen Extreme because it's very good for microcirculation. It's very good for skin health and kidney health, but ultimately it is the big cleanser of your cells. So when we think about the power lifting of pycnogenol, grapeseed extract, and red wine extract in this product, I want you to think about bilberry extract working on the small microvascular, like those that are found in the eyes, the tips of your fingers, as well as cleaning up after the party. All of this becomes more bioavailable, not just because it's isotonic, but because we mix it with citrus bioflavonoids, every antioxidant's favorite workout buddy. Why? Because it works outside the cell and can support antioxidants that are taking place inside the cell. Because we are so complex, we need to have a complexity of antioxidants to protect all of these tissues. Pycnogenol, with over 40 years of clinical research, 160 clinical studies with 420 scientific publications behind its mechanism of action. Pycnogenol is the leader in antioxidants. In fact, it is considered the gold standard by which every other antioxidant measures itself. We are in an incredible position with pycnogenol in over 8 of our products, making us giving us the opportunity to share with you some of the most comprehensive benefits. Whether you're just simply looking for a powerful antioxidant, you want something that supports healthy aging, cardiovascular function, and joint health. You're looking for something for that endocrine benefit, whether that's blood sugar or healthy blood lipids, because of its ability to be a powerful antioxidant, or you're just simply looking for healthy aging, we have you covered, quite literally, with OPC's comprehensive formula of those 5 different free radical scavengers. We understand that not everything can be rendered isotonic, and not everything should be rendered isotonic, which is why we also offer pycnogenol in our new Thiaminol product, where for immune, cognitive, and cardiovascular well-being, we mix it, pycnogenol, with a powerful, clinically evidenced ingredient called thymoquin. You might know thymoquin by a different common name called black seed oil. For centuries, black seed oil has been used to support gastrointestinal health, metabolic health, and well-being. Pycnogenol supports blood flow to the brain, while black seed oil has a calming effect on the central nervous system. All of this together mixed in a cap-in-cap technology gives you a multi-phase release product. What we have here with these 2 capsules is first the release of the powerful black seed oil, and then the benefits of pycnogenol. So we've got the gastrointestinal tract covered, right? Where we're now going to use black seed oil to create a relaxing environment for the central nervous system, as well as a healthy gastrointestinal environment from that black seed oil, where now pycnogenol can come in and act as a free radical scavenger and not be wasted, because black seed oil and the aloe, if you're using it, have created a proper environment for you. Now, ORAC, this is my new love affair with ORAC because of how powerful, because of how diverse this product is. See, one of the things I want you to appreciate about antioxidants is the fact that they work on complexity, which is what makes OPC3 so powerful, as well as diversity. When we choose food based on color, when we consume all of these different colors in our diet, one of the things that we're doing is we're protecting a lot of tissue. We are creating a lot of barrier and protection from harm. Well, that's one of the benefits of ORAC, because we are using mixed berry extracts like sambucus or elderberry that you see there for its immune function, European blueberries for their chlorogenic acid, which has a thermogenic benefit, as well as a benefit on cognitive function. Things like cranberries, pomegranate, all of these things together are so, think of all of these. Look how rich purple they are. That is a sign of their antioxidant density. And so one of the benefits to ORAC-rich foods is that very small amounts go a very long way. Because of that rich color you're seeing there, that's evidence of how concentrated and how complex the nutrients or the antioxidant scavengers are. Well, in this product, there are multiple free radical scavengers. One capsule of ORAC is the equivalent of 3,000 ORAC units. So it is a massive quencher of nitrogen free radicals. Resveratrol. Now, what we're going to do is talk about the benefits of resveratrol. Just like the red wine extract that's in OPC3, the very best place to get resveratrol, in this case, trans resveratrol, is from the skins of red wine grapes. It's not to say that it's not found in other product or other plants found in nature, whether it's white skin grapes, something called Japanese knotweed. It exists in all of those places, but it's most complex, it's most concentrated in the skins of red wine grapes. But something that's very unique about resveratrol through Market America and the isotonic line is that we use a combination of these free radical scavengers. There are 3 clinically evidenced ingredients in the isotonic resveratrol. Evenferin, going back to those European blueberries, VitaBlue, which is an OPC-rich organic structure, and then trans resveratrol in the form of resveravine, another clinically evidenced ingredient. It's in fact the way these metabolize in the body that create such comprehensive age management solutions. A gentleman named David Sinclair went to look for the fountain of youth, and he believes that he found it in resveratrol, simply because resveratrol is what is referred to as an NAD booster. Resveratrol creates an environment through its metabolism for healthy cell regulation and age management. David Sinclair did a great deal of work on resveratrol, and his work is lauded as the fountain of youth found in specifically trans resveratrol. Now, there are powerful antioxidants, and they're not all water soluble. What I've been talking to you about are water soluble antioxidants. A powerful antioxidant in the carotenoid family, known as a xanthophyll, has benefits for eye health, especially when we think of eye strain from the devices that we use. Cardiovascular health, I want you to specifically think of endurance, which makes it an incredibly powerful antioxidant for athletes or people on the go. But because of where it sits in the cell membrane, it is of particular benefit to skin health, making it a great pairing with Curcumin Extreme or other skin health formulas like those found with pycnogenol, whether that's OPC3 or a beauty blend formula. You want to use a fat-soluble next to that water-soluble antioxidant that we've talked about. And my favorite is astaxanthin. Now, astaxanthin comes in 2 forms, a cold water soluble form in isotonics, as well as in a gelatin soft gel form, both using the clinically evidenced ingredient astaxanthin, both at a potent amount of 6 milligrams. Now, you should know that there are studies with as little as 2 milligrams supporting health and well-being, and as much as 12 milligrams as we think of cognitive function. But by and large, 6 milligrams is what studies were done on to support endurance, cardiovascular function, healthy lipids, and overall cellular health and well-being. But what is so unique about astaxanthin and why it's such a powerful antioxidant to mix with your water solubles is because, unlike beta carotene, which sits in the middle of the cell, unlike vitamin E, which cannot traverse the entire double wall of the cell, astaxanthin sits on the outside, transverses through the middle, and now can communicate with the inside. This makes it an ideal solution for collagen production. It makes it an ideal solution for mitochondrial transport and communication, because this astaxanthin, whether it's in the cold water soluble isotonic form or in the fat soluble form in the prime gelatin product, this is an antioxidant that spans the entire lipid layer, making it fluid and being able to communicate and recycle vitamin C, being able to recycle vitamin E, being able to recycle beta carotene, and communicate inside the cell with coenzyme Q10, bringing me to the benefits of coenzyme Q10 to support, or if you'll let me, combat mitochondrial decline. Your mitochondria, well, these are simply the batteries in each and every one of your cells. And certain tissues have a whole lot more. Think of your heart, think of your liver, think of your lungs. These are areas that require a lot of energy to keep going, whether that is the pump of the heart or it is the breath through the lungs. These are incredibly metabolically active and incredibly metabolically demanding tissues. The detoxification of the liver, blood flowing through the liver, these are all reasons why you need to have a higher commitment to coenzyme Q10, whether that is through food sources, right? Or you are looking at it through supplement sources. Your mitochondria are looking to help you burn fuel efficiently and be clean as you burn them. That's how they support their own cellular integrity. One of the things that I want you to know about coenzyme Q10 is that it has its own DNA strand. It has its own life strand, and it is elliptical, which means there's no beginning or end. And as long as you feed your mitochondria well, they live and don't stop. And what you need to know is that they can confer that same kind of energy to you. If you feed them well, you'll get the benefits of mental health and well-being, protection from the effects of blood sugar and cardiovascular complaints, as well as immune benefits. In fact, studies on mitochondrial function and coenzyme Q10 support its use in healthy aging, supporting healthy blood sugars, promoting cardiovascular function, cell-to-cell communication, because of what we just talked about when paired with astaxanthin. In particular, I want to tell you that studies on astaxanthin mixed with coenzyme Q10 show a better than 50% improvement in hydration and a 24% improvement in collagen production. So when we think of age management, we're not just talking about cardiovascular and energy, we're also talking about healthy skin and aesthetic health and well-being. And that brings us to the endurance required for sexual performance, physical performance, and the demands of the aging brain. We want to think about coenzyme Q10 for that. Now, one of the things that makes us quite unique when it comes to the heart health advanced coenzyme Q10 that we use is that we use what's called CoQ-Sol CF, a branded ingredient, clinically studied to have a higher bioavailability than other coenzyme Q10s on the market. In addition to having a higher bioavailability, it also has a better stability. And that means that it's going to be a better free radical scavenger and give you the ability to reduce the coenzyme Q10. So it gives you both mitochondrial benefits as well as cardiovascular benefits. A mistake made in the supplement industry is choosing a different form of coenzyme Q10 that is unable to be what's called reduced. So it may protect the mitochondria, but it doesn't protect the heart. The benefits of CoQ-Sol CF are all of the metabolic demand for cardiovascular function, and then being able to do what's called reduce or convert into its other form for mitochondrial protection. And then the magic, because we mix it with D-limonene and vitamin E, it's able to recycle itself. Constantly with Market America, we are thinking about choosing the very best ingredients. We are looking at choosing clean processing and good manufacturers because of the way they process without solvents, right, without chemicals, and then making sure that in those clinically evidenced ingredients that can carry such benefits of a clean product, that we also look to make sure that it is paired with good ingredients so that it functions at a higher level in the body. What you need to know is that antioxidants are best taken in combination. That means you want one that works outside the cell, like an ORAC, a Resveratrol, a vitamin C, or an OPC our most comprehensive water-soluble antioxidant with 5 different free radical scavengers. You want one that works inside the cell, and that's going to be curcumin or coenzyme Q10. And you want one that can do both, and that is astaxanthin. Today, if you were to look at choosing your diet based on color and move that into choosing your antioxidant based on color, right? You would choose one yellow, your vitamin C or curcumin. You would choose one purple or blue. Those are the polyphenols like OPC, Resveratrol, ORAC. You would choose one red, like choosing astaxanthin, and you would choose one green, like coenzyme Q10. These are some of the ways that you make sure that you cover your bases: mitochondrial function, liver, vascular, and cognitive health and well-being, neurologic, and immune balance. The best system for you is the one that is sensitive to your needs, right? You have to ask yourself, how often am I exposed to free radicals? What does my diet look like? Do I get a good night's sleep, right? Where am I at on the genetic profile or genetic cascade? What kind of hand was I dealt? Do I need to pay more attention to blood sugar complaints? Then I'm going to look at resveratrol and coenzyme Q10. Do I need to pay attention to more of the mental blood flow and healthy blood to my brain and cognitive function? Then I'm going to look at thiamine and OPC3. The superpower of pycnogenol is blood flow and oxygen carrying capacity. You need oxygen in your brain and you need oxygen in your tissues, making OPC3 a brilliant choice for everybody. People want to make sure that it meets their cost. I suggest that we look at cost per day and find the best way to give our bodies a comprehensive approach to health and well-being. For some of us, it's looking at a comprehensive multivitamin like Isotonic Essentials Anti-Aging, or simply looking at something so powerful like OPC3. We know that we're going to get a lot of coverage and a lot of benefit. By and large, when you choose antioxidants based on color, you're going to get the overlapping layers of protection, and that allows you to spend your healthcare dollars the best way you can. Just as you would expect with all Market America products, we formulate and process according to GMP standards, and we do this with the help of industry experts. Market America doesn't make any of the products that they move to the end consumer. They partner with experts in their field, partnering to get the very best of raw ingredients, the very best of formulation, and the very best of product processing and handling. And that's why we can offer you the very best in delivery. What I would like you to say to yourself and those to your customer is that food matters. Quality of food matters. Nutrient density is a factor that will limit your energy. So you need to think about how you're going to supplement to fill in gaps where your diet falls short. Chronic complaints are not predominantly genetic, they're predominantly lifestyle. What is the one thing that you're going to do to achieve better health today? I suggest you look at sleep, exercise, and the nutrient interplay, because they are far more important than any medical intervention when applied early enough. In my opinion, aging is optional with the right antioxidant solutions for you. You guys, my name is Dr. D. It is my pleasure to be able to spend evenings like this with you and share some of my knowledge about the benefits of supplementation. Until the next time I see you, go be healthy, go be brilliant.